Na, poftim, cine vine la event? Pili, mâncați aici gura ta. Joacă-o pasta dacă ai cum ești de bun. Salutare tuturor, eu sunt DannyFTW și bine v-am regăsit la un nou episod. Boys, de data aceasta vom vedea istoria teaserurilor din Fortnite. Deci hai să vedem cum au fost sezoanele, tot ce trebuie. Hai să vedem, să dă drumul la treaba aici. Nu uitați să apăsați click pe butonul de like. Nu uitați să băgați codul xDannyFTW pe Item Shop și să-mi dați pe Instagram. Let's go! Clipul, by the way, clipul este de la Top 5 Gaming, le dăm aici un like și lor, hai să vedem.
Giant hand has emerged from Fortnite's island and inside Chapter 5's biggest teaser has been revealed.
Avem acum teaserul acesta de sezonul ăsta, practic cu mâna asta uriașă, cu toți zeii, cu tot ce se întâmplă. S-a deschis chestul și ce se află în chest? Se aud țipete. Hai să vedem dacă oare este acesta cel mai bun teaser pe care l-a avut Fortnite vreodată sau nu este? Hai să vedem. August 2020. Pandemie, clasic.
It seemed empty until we got really close, noticing a small hammer in the middle. During this time, the MCU was taking the world by storm. It was impossible to ignore.
Mama, era ciocanul lui Thor.
Around the same time, players went to the other side of the island, only to find Bifrost markings on a cliff. Everything seemed to relate to the God of Thunder, as fans assumed it was just another crossover in words. But Epic wasn't slowing down. So, they revealed an in-game comic book in the Battle Pass lobby. When you clicked it, it opened a story that showed Thor chasing Galactus.
Mamă, deci era în... What the fuck, bro, ce șmecher era asta?
As he summoned other heroes alongside him. From Iron Man to Groot and She-Hulk, we quickly realized this was no ordinary collab, it was an entire Marvel season. But sometimes we find
da, era sezon direct Marvel, adică nu...
outside of the game entirely. Back in October 2023, creators woke up to a mysterious item.
Ah, da, nu știu dacă ați văzut chestia asta, dar gen le-a trimis băieții de la Fortnite, le-au trimis acasă, gen un burger. Gen insane, uitați-vă și voi. Le-a trimis acasă, gen la streameri. Adică gen mi se pare ireală chestia asta.
Whether it was Dusty Diner or a Burger mascot, they were so confused. But the reveal would finally set in as the world received care packages from Fortnite asking, "Oh, where we drop it?"
Where we drop it?
They found pins from Chapter 1, a pair of dog tags, and a vinyl record.
Nu pot să cred așa ceva. Lol, bro, ce șmecher.
To put the icing on the cake, Fortnite included a video montage of the creator playing Chapter 1. It was one of the most personalized teasers they have ever sent, and they truly went all out to reveal OG.
Fortnite OG.
We were a lot more confused when Fortnite posted some pretty weird images in 2021, revealing a unicorn with a pulse rifle. It was interesting to say the least until we looked in the bottom corner, and there was a part of a QR code. Immediately, we knew this was about to get crazy. As more images released, we saw a girl holding a katana and a monkey going to space. Of course, there was one common theme, more pieces of this puzzle.
QR code-ul
stitched them together and scanned the code, leading them to an unlisted video on Fortnite's channel simply titled September 13, 2021. These 9 seconds blew us away, especially the reveal of Carnage. Still not as insane as the previous season Invasion, which literally turned Fortnite's player base into a bunch of conspiracy theorists. Near the end of
Deci ăsta e insane, n-ai cum așa ceva.
a mysterious radio show appeared introducing us to Mari.
Hello? Is this on?
Cu extraterestri, cu de-asta, deci sezonul ăsta a fost nebunie rău de tot. Uitați-vă și voi puțin.
This podcast brought on guests from Save the World and other Fortnite characters as they explain their encounters with extraterrestrial life. But surely it was just a conspiracy until players themselves began to see aliens.
Na, poftim.
What happened? Our friends getting abducted was the last straw.
L-a luat alienii pe sus, ești nebun.
That's when Fortnite took things to the next level. Mari's podcast was shut down by a mysterious government figure, just in time for content creators to receive packages at their door.
Mamă, bă, deci asta că gen le trimite la streameri, le trimit gen chestii de-astea mi se pare insane.
CD players with drone footage of a crop circle. It was a real-life location that was in the creator's own country, as Allier got UK footage, Cypher PK's video was in Texas, and Loserfruit alongside Muselk spotted Australian crop circles. These eventually turned into extremely difficult puzzles, involving us cracking a cipher, working out number problems, and leading us to an island code that revealed
Adică uitați-vă și voi, fac puzzle oamenii mei de bun, deci
Three
e
words,
insane, bro.
The last reality. But
The
they
last
weren't the only villain
reality.
to terrify us. During Wilds, we explored the jungle and found an ancient telescope known as the Apparatus. It was surrounded by etchings that showed us how to use it, as NPCs told us about the device being a stellar projector. We had to use the dialogue and clues around the jungle to figure out what this apparatus truly was. As the season progressed, it became clear what was about to happen. An eclipse that would bring destruction and fear to the island, just as creators received a package.
Ce
It
șmecher,
reinforced
bro.
the idea of the eclipse with a framed artwork, showing a blood red moon along with a note. Thank you for the addition to my collection. Signed, Kato Thor. The addition he's talking about was something from the creators' houses, like stealing Squatting Dog's Lego Vespa and Redish's plan. This eventually led to Kato Thor's reveal in Season 4, bringing the vampire's eclipse to
Sezonul
the
4.
island. But the
Cu
jungle had an
vampiri, cu de-astea, vai de
exciting
capul
build-up
meu. Ia.
of its own. Just outside of Mega City, players began to notice huge cracks in the ground. They were easy to miss, and anyone who's driven over a bad road would just assume it's normal damage. But if you look closely at the cracks, it wasn't your average pothole. Something was beginning to emerge from under the surface. We started to see roots growing from the cracks. It was an entire ecosystem
Cred că
down
știu
there.
și eu.
And that was
Cred că știu și eu
before
sezonul
the
ăsta,
new
ia.
season trailer dropped, collapsing the island and revealing Wilds.
Da, da, da. Da, când s-a format jungla aia acolo, da, știu.
And that wasn't the only thing to break out of the ground. Towards the end of Chapter 3's opening season, earthquakes began to appear. Now, of course, we're all
Mamă,
used
îți dai seama, gen, să te joci și tu și gen să ai cu tremur în joc,
by
adică,
now,
what
it's
the
like
fuck, bro.
Fortnite's favorite thing, but these weren't a natural occurrence. It was the work of drills. Massive tanks and blimps prepared to launch a full-scale invasion of the island.
What?
And you could follow the earthquake's path to see it unfolding in real time just before the IO broke free and declared
cred
war.
așa ceva.
Now, I personally love when Fortnite breaks out of the game, giving us actual teasers to explore in the real world. In the lead up to one of the most iconic seasons, fans discovered billboards around the globe. They featured phone numbers that you could call, belonging to a mysterious agency.
Ah, da, cred că știu asta.
Recruitment drive is a go. Happy hunting, agent.
Cred că știu și eu asta, da.
Oil rig operation confirmed.
Well, if that wasn't interesting enough, some people decided to put this audio through a spectrogram, and it would return secret images of a cat.
N-am poftim, adică gen... Bro, au pus sunetul gen și a ieșit imaginile astea, adică what the fuck, bro, Fortnite, ce se
A
întâmplă?
dead fish. For those in game, they noticed that the center
Mă, gen,
island
mă,
also
ce?
had a new update. This seemingly abandoned house now had golden furniture along with a secret document on the toilet. Everyone had no idea what to expect until Fortnite dropped official teaser images, a set of redacted
Ah, da, țin minte
files
și asta.
revealing pixelated items. If you paid attention to the backgrounds,
Țin
though,
minte
you
și asta,
realized
da.
it showed multiple POIs. Eventually, people matched them up to the island, figuring out exactly where these would be. And it got even more genius. These hints all came together to spell one
Midas.
word, or technically name Midas.
Midas.
Just a few days later, the world will be introduced to one of the most
Midas.
famous seasons in Fortnite history. A teaser which hasn't come to fruition yet just took everyone by surprise. Out of nowhere, Fortnite revealed that Disney had become a major shareholder of Epic Games. They dropped a trailer to confirm it, teasing it
Da, gen, a cumpărat Disney, what the
shared
fuck.
universe that'll bring dozens of crossovers to Fortnite. We spotted Monsters University, the VA Cafe from Cars, even Disney's cruise line. One of the coolest teasers Fortnite has ever done was hiding in plain sight. The best kind of hint is foreshadowing that you never notice, like when Peely began to take driving lessons. It seemed like a random side quest that happens every season. We always get these mini stories. So, as we follow Peely around, we watch as he tried to learn the basics, crash multiple vehicles, and then approached a slurp truck. This was right before the collision event, and we were so excited that we kind of forgot about his little adventure, only for us to be wounded during the live event and have a
Ok, deci Billy a învățat să
familiar
conducă.
phase come to the rescue.
Na, poftim, cine vine la event? Billy, mâncați aici gura ta.
It's worth a shot.
Joacă-o pe asta dacă ai cum ești de bun.
Of course, you can't forget about one of the most interactive teasers we have ever had. In the lead up to the Unvaulting event, players were given a ton of runes to figure out. These symbols made no sense at first until days later when they reappeared at other locations on the map. We realized that to unlock
cred că
the vault,
știu
these keys
asta,
had to
sau nu
slot
știu?
into the runes. Out of pure excitement, everyone
Ah,
logged
ba
in
da,
to help
cred că
with
știu
the
și eu
event,
eventul
causing us
ăsta.
to move this piece way
Sau?
faster than Epic ever expected. They immediately buffed it with millions of health to slow us down before releasing even more puzzles. Now we had to connect laser beams, show off our dance moves and match colors, all leading us to unlocking the vault. You never
Ah,
know
da,
when
cu The
Fortnite is
Vault,
hinting
cu
at
Mega Mall,
something,
cu
whether
toate
it's
astea.
Indiana Jones' fridge on the map or a replica of John Wick's house. But we know stranger things when we see it, like the reveal of Scoops Ahoy at Mega
Da,
Mall.
cu Stranger
At the
Things, cu
time,
Mega Mall-ul.
crossovers weren't that common, so we all assumed it was just an Easter egg and Epic were fans of the show. But this was a teaser, eventually bringing the Upside Down to Mega Mall, unleashing the Demogorgon, and adding Hopper to the item shop. Years later, we assumed the collab was over, until a mysterious Upside Down room appeared at Grim Gables. This house had a grandfather clock, which for some reason was also upside down. Once again, we all thought it was just a reference or an Easter egg, but we really should have learned our lesson. When a year later, part 2 dropped, giving us 11. One of the most
Da, mă, gen, când ți-a băgat toată chestia asta cu Stranger Things, era la modă rău de tot. Stranger Things era nebunie.
popular teasers we've ever had, though, completely broke the internet.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, a
Cel mai
real-life
popular teaser.
burger appeared in the California desert. Fans immediately got in their cars and drove down to check it out, finding
the
professional
fuck, bro?
actors, a police car replica, and if you looked on Google Maps, it showed a giant hole in the ground.
Puftim cum
A
arăta
couple
pe
days later,
Google
the trailer for
Maps.
season 5 dropped, showing how the Burger got here. But this rabbit hole went even deeper. That's because the view from
Holy.
Google Maps was teasing the vault all along. One of the creepiest teasers
Doamne, deci asta e insane, bro. Deci, practic, Google Maps-ul a arătat ce urmează să fie în joc, bro. What the fuck, bro?
we've ever
Deci,
got involved.
e mind-blowing.
While the season
Fortnite
wasn't
e de
exactly
bun.
popular, the build-up to it was incredible, as a commercial for skin cream creeped everyone out.
Check this out.
Yo, what? The Herald?
Then attention turned to a more chilling product, Lamos, a fictional cereal that looked delicious but had a sinister secret.
What? Bă, ce e asta, mă, mâncați aici gura ta? Că asta nu știam.
To intimidate us even more, creators began to find Llama deliveries in the mail, and of course, they were covered in chrome. If that wasn't enough, it even spread to New York, covering a giant billboard in 3D right in the middle of Times Square. A clue that no one really remembers was hiding on the roof of Flush Factory back in Chapter 1. Players
Yeah,
looked up
Chapter
here
1.
to find a parachute stuck on the chimney, before a loading screen revealed it was the drop point of a robot called AIM.
Ah, l-am și eu skin-ul ăsta, l-am și eu. Da, mă, de băi, deci eu sunt OG, bă, pe Fortnite, ok? Eu sunt chiar OG, am și eu skin-ul
He was
ăsta.
watching over us as something began to approach the island. We felt
Robotul.
snow fall from the sky as we looked into the distance and saw an iceberg.
Ah, da, mă, cu Ice King, bro, și cu toate alea. Doamne, deci asta era a fost cel mai șmecher sezon.
It was approaching fast.
Deci nu ai cum, mi-a plăcut prea mult
this
ăsta.
teaser became an entire POI in season 7.
Cu The Prisoner, cu toate alea, bă, deci ăsta a fost nota 10, ești nebun la cap.
AIM wasn't the only secret skin to intrigue us. During this winter theme, we were introduced to the
Ia,
Prisoner.
The Prisoner, exact, fix ce am zis. L-am și pe ăsta, gen, mamă, trebuia să faci o grămadă de challenge-uri să le iei pe ăsta, bă, deci era bătăie de cap rău de tot, dar l-am luat și toate stylurile.
Before escaping, leading us on a secret quest line. We broke him free of the shackles before helping him ignite his powers. This burned the forest at Wailing Woods, creating earthquakes, as the prisoner was revealed to be the Fire King. It is
Fire
so great
King.
to have Fortnite teasers back. Click on screen right now if you want to watch our latest secrets
Fire
videos.
King
Tommy,
vs
keep it
Ice
here.
King. Da, mă, băi și fete, cam ăsta a fost clipul de astăzi. Eu am fost Danny for the win. V-am pupat, pa, pa!